everybody? How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing all goody in the hoodie. All goody in the hoodie. Everybody's doing all goody in the hoodie. All goody in the hoodie. Had a good day at work. This quarter, man. This quarter. This month. I'm trying to kill it. Trying to kill the quarter. A lot of you guys know that my job involves a lot of sales, service sales. So you gotta really be able to connect with the clients. Can't tell you where I work, can't tell you what I do. I just know it's in the financial sector, you know. And be able to connect with the clients, find out their wants and needs, and be able to meet their wants and needs to service a product. And you gotta get in the minds. You gotta really be genuine too. You gotta be genuine. You gotta believe what you're communicating. That makes sense. You gotta believe in what you're communicating. You feel me? Get me. Everybody had a good day today, man. I had a great day at the gym. I can't stop thinking about it. Cannot stop thinking about it, you know? It's been a while since I've been lifting heavy. And, definitely if it's the Lord's will, with that 325. My best ever was 320. At 167 pounds, 320 pounds on the bench. If I could do that again, I'll be souped. Woo. Love to do that again. Beat all my personal PRs as a 43-year-old male. What? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whoa. What was that? Yeah, man, why not? Why not beat all your personal PRs? Why not be in the greatest shape of your life? It's a mental thing. Do I work through pain? Absolutely freaking daggone stinking lootly, but in the military, I was trained. Or maybe that's just part of me. You know what I mean? One thing you can't teach, even in the military, you can't teach this. You can't teach heart. You cannot teach heart. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot teach heart, guts, courage. You know what I mean? That's sometimes something that might be just in you. You know what I mean? I'm a dog in a fight. And I would have never quit. Just, there's no quitting in me, man. No quitting in me. I mean, it's okay to quit things that are bad, you know, things that aren't good for you. It's okay to quit those things. You know what I mean? That just aren't good for you. For instance, like drugs. Drugs aren't good for you, man. Or like porn. Porn isn't good for you. Like if you're stealing or you're backstabbing other people, you know, that's not good for you. Quit it. Stop doing it right now. But when it comes to like hard work and tough job and even marriage, you know, like sometimes I want to quit on my marriage, but I'm not a quitter. You know what I mean? Marriage is not about quitting. It's about keeping the covenant until death do you part. You got married, you made the decision, you made the promise, so you stick it through. Even when you're not happy, you freaking stick it through. Straight up. Yo, Because at the end of the day, too many kids are living in a fatherless generation. No fathers there. And they're passive. They're feminist. And a lot of the women, and then the husband doesn't get respected, the husband doesn't love his bride. And then there's divorces when both of them aren't happy. But at the end of the day, marriage is not about your happiness. It's about keeping the covenant till death do you part. Hold on one second, guys. That's the directions. Can you guys hear the directions? Let me know if you can hear the directions. But yeah, man, marriage is about laying down your life for your bride, loving her, and fighting for your marriage. You know what I mean? Even if it's you don't feel happy, you know. I'm in a very difficult situation because I live in a house with 3 girls, you know, and actually, excuse me, I was wrong. I live in a house.
At the stop sign, turn right onto South Main Street. Then turn left onto Locust Street.
I'm in a house with 4 girls. I'm the only guy. So it's very difficult being a guy, man. You're a stepdad with, you know, girls that don't really, you know, love them. I gotta show them what it's like to be a man, you know, and not quit. You feel, you dig? You dig? You dig? Sometimes I want them to like, my feelings gonna get hurt. They get hurt. It gets hurt, man. Bye. I think everybody just left. Bye, everybody. I know I'm venting, but it's okay to vent. It's okay. God's gonna help me out. God's gonna protect me. God's gonna be my ride or die. You know what I mean? When everybody else is in my ride or die, God's gonna be my ride or die. I'm married to Jesus Christ. And there's a verse in Psalm 73:25. A verse, they kind of cut me off. I said, who in heaven do I have but you? And there's none on the earth that I desire besides you. Although my heart and my flesh may fail, you are my strength and my portion forever. That's Psalm 73:25 and 26. And my lifelong best friend back in the day said, when things didn't work out between a girl and him, he likes to think of that verse because Christ,
at the stop sign, turn left onto Oak Hill Avenue.
Christ needs to be all in all. Can you guys hear the directions? Let me know. Can you guys hear the directions? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. This place is interesting. Like, I've been coming this way a couple of days now. And it's just an interesting journey.
In 1.3 miles, turn right.
1.3 miles, we're turning right. All right. So what is everybody else's channels about? Let me know down below in the comments what your channel is about. Mine's about life, you know, just encouraging people, kind of like motivating people, you know, like who haven't made it in life, you know, like a lot of people get told they're not going to be anything, and I got that in documentation still to this day. And I wasn't going to give in to the self-fulfilling prophecy. You know what that means? It's like self-fulfilling prophecy is this: when someone says you're a loser, you're a loser, you're a loser, and you're like, I'm a loser, I'm a loser, I'm a loser, and you stop believing that stuff about yourself, and then guess what? It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. You fulfilled what you spoke into existence. You know what I mean? So don't do that. No, I'm called for purpose. I'm called for destiny. I'm called to manifest the image of God to the world. You know, I'm called to make his name famous across
At the next stop sign, turn right.
You turn right. You know, that's the goal, man. That's the great. That's what it is to be conformed to the image of God. It's like, it's making His name famous, dying to self, being consumed with Him, letting Him take over your affections and your emotions and your desires and your thoughts and your words and your deeds, you know, and then manifesting His image to the world, being a light that shines bright, you know, being that countenance that people are like, yo,
At the stop sign, turn right.
what's different about this guy? Why does he act different? What's so special about this guy? Why is he always filled with happiness and joy, joy, joy? Down in his heart. Down in his heart. And it stays. And he's so very happy. So very happy. He got the joy of Jesus in his heart. I want that joy. Oh, yeah.
In 9.3 miles, turn left onto Washington Street.
You feel me? You dig. You know, like, you feel me? You dig. What do you guys think? Let me know. Oh, there's a little sleepiness, man. That's a little sleepiness. Another little sleepiness. Man, the colors of the trees are looking really pretty out here, man. Like, I'm serious. Really pretty trees out here. And everybody took off because they're bored with this man. But I'm down with my plan. And I know that Jesus Christ is my friend. Yeah. Hey, what's up, J67 kid? Ano mag-aga? Marilena Everett? How you guys doing? Minka Wright. What's up? What up? What uppy, as my brother says. What uppy? What uppy? What's up? What uppy? Keep saying what uppy. Man, this area that I'm driving through is very, very different. It's very unique. Kind of relaxing in a way. I'm going home. I just left work. I work in the financial industry in a very competitive financial world, dealing with high net worth clients. And my job is sales. I'm a sales guy and I'm also a service guy. So I serve my clients, high net worth individuals, and I sell, communicate products and services that meet their needs. Now I can't tell you what I do. I can't tell you where I work because they're monitoring my stuff. I gotta be careful what I say. And one day when I retire, I'm gonna tell you where I was working. But yeah, financial world though. I'm in the financial world and just driving home from work. Worked, had a good day at work, you know, now I'm going home. Be with my baby. I love my baby to death, man. I love my daughter. She's my best friend in the whole world. Used to be my wife. Maybe one day it will be that again, you know. Right now my daughter's my best friend. She's my best friend. I love my daughter so much. And then Jesus Christ. He's my best friend. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Who's your best friend? Who's your best friend? Let me know. Let me know. Someone in school, lifelong mentor, teacher, sister, brother. Let me know. Let me know. But yeah, man, I hit that 260 today. It was easy work. A lot of people don't realize that I have a lot of experience lifting weights. A lot. I competed in events, then the nationals. I've competed in the nationals for even for what do you call it? Daggone sticking boxing. So I got a little bit of experience there. When you get that experience, it does something to you. But you want to live smart. If you're gonna get strong, you want to live smart, right? But a lot of lifting is mental. You know, it's very, very mental. See, the reason why I started lifting when I was younger is because I always thought it was amazing to see the physiques, the bodybuilder or the superhero, right? And I was like, I want a superhero build. I want to look like that. Whatever that is, I want to look like that. So, you know, reading books of Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, reading Flex magazine, all that stuff, you know, like. And I was a very skinny kid, so I got picked on for being skinny. They said, they used to sing a song, ah, yes, ain't that fresh? Everybody look at David's chicken chests. And I used to do a little dance, but the girls, they always like the kids with the bodies, you know, like the strong, muscular bodies. Me, I was skinny, right? So in high school, I picked up the weights in a backyard during summertime. There was this boxer, and he had this weight, a set of weights, and he would let me go there to lift the weights. And then there was a guy named Max who lived in the neighborhood who also had weights, and he would let me lift the weights. And in school, I joined the powerlifting team, and I would compete at these different events, right? With bench, squat, and deadlift. Those were the events. So yeah, man, we wore those tight singlets and the bench shirt and all that good stuff, right? And they paid for me to go to the Nationals in Dallas, Texas, one of the greatest exciting times I've ever had. Aw, that's what I'm talking about. Your mom, dad, and brothers are your best friends. Nice, nice. But then I started building up a little body, you know, and then I wrestled in high school and played football during high school, and I started building myself up, getting stronger. And then got kicked out of my foster home, moved to Rhode Island, and in the group home downstairs there was like a bench, and I would lift downstairs, and in the cold, I'd always be down there lifting weights. And then in school, you know, I kind of lifted weights for football, you know, and then there was like this little powerlifting team. They didn't compete or anything like that, but it was like a little powerlifting club. All right. Then I went in the military, and I got tiny, skinny again because boot camp. And then after boot camp and hospital corps school, started lifting again, getting stronger again. And eventually went to the fleet with the United States Marines, the 1st Marine Division. Second time and 4th Marines. And I lifted all the time because we got a 2-hour lunch. A 2-hour lunch, man. And a lot of times those 2 hours I wasn't eating. Maybe I get a little bit of food, but I was working out any chance I could do. And then after, if I wasn't in the field, I was working out. I love to work out, man. I started building a body. I started getting in shape. I started outdoing other people and just being in better shape than them because I had heart, and I don't give up. I don't quit. I was tenacious. So some people call me Pitbull, and on the football team, special teams assassin, or Muddy Mouse, or they call me those names for a reason, because I don't quit. I'm a fighter, a go-getter. Right? So I'm getting older now, and I feel at home in the gym. my happy place. I miss the boxing gym. There's no boxing gyms around me, you know, that would take me because I'm old. So when you get old, man, you might not be able to go to the same places that you used to go to. Or maybe some people will shut you out because of your age. But I know I could beat all the boxers at this one boxing gym in Taunton. I'll beat them all up. But they won't let me in there. They're like, yeah, we want to work with real fighters. I'm like, dude, I'm a real fighter. I'm 43 years old, but I'm a real fighter. And I'll show you guys that I'm a real fighter. Feel me? What do you guys think about the Mike Tyson fight versus Mayweather, or Jake Paul versus Tank Davidson? No, Tank Davis. What do you guys think about those fights coming up? Mayweather is supposed to fight Mike Tyson and freaking let me see the directions real quick. Hold on. Fight a little Tank Davis. I still think that Tank Davis can whoop him up. I know Jake Paul is very strong, and he's learning every day. And I would recommend that Tank Davis stay away, because he's a lot bigger than Tank. And although Tank Davis he got knockout power, he hasn't knocked out everybody, you know. And so he needs to be cautious. He needs to be very, very cautious against the big guy, you know. And I don't know if you guys seen the fight with Canelo versus Crawford. I was going for Crawford the whole time. I don't like Canelo. I think he's arrogant. And everybody was saying things about Crawford, and I couldn't stand it. Because I know what it's like to be the underdog. I know what it's like to be the one that everybody looks down upon. I want to prove to everybody else that wrong, you know? And that's exactly what he did. And I'm very proud of Crawford for just going up weight and whooping up on Canelo. I'm happy about that. It shows that the small man could beat the big guy. I can't stand when a lot of people look down at the small man, thinking the small man can't do what the big guy can do. But small people, if you're small and you're listening to this right now, don't believe that lie. Do not believe that lie. I appreciate that, calling me the GOAT. Thanks, man. I'm an old Billy Goat. Old Billy Goat. But man, yeah, where I'm going, no man, it's gonna be full. Just playing. All right, guys, I'm off. I'm gonna take off. Love you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you want to. Thanks for showing up. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. All I gotta say is peace. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Don't be scared. I'm out of here.